Oh, when will we be back? As true to my word as I am, we are back within probably less than a minute. Not too bad at all, do I say so myself. Let's listen for the echo. Lovely, echo is working just fine. So, yeah, we might very well just hop into Minecraft, some late night building. Because why not? Because why not? Honestly, why not? Someone give me a reason why not. I desperately need one. I've spent my life on this game. Oh dear. And of course we'll have to change this over. There we are. Everything is now visible, hopefully, and everything should be good. Let me know if there's any problems, and I'll do my best to fix them. I'll do my best, okay? Let's add our, Actually, I turned the audio all the way down because I was doing some building off stream. Probably just have that set to like 55. Yeah. And the global resources, add in that natural texture pack, because otherwise everything looks awful. Oh dear, I'm gonna sneeze again. My bad, people. I do apologize. One day I pray they shall have a cure for hay fever once they're done fixing all the other major diseases. Perhaps they'll get to mine. Hay fever has ruined my life. By the way, I still want to see the world without a texture pack. Like I said, well, technically, you are now Zealot rank, which means that, like I said, you are actually allowed access to the Minecraft server I will be making very shortly, without having to subscribe. So, you're more than welcome to come on the server without that texture pack set on. Perhaps you can see it for yourself. What was I doing? I was doing a few things before I flew away. I think it was very minor things I was doing last night, like really minor things. Like we're talking filling out the map, adding like signposts, that sort of rubbish. Incredibly important stuff, people. Incredibly important stuff. Yeah, just gotta get some money first. Well, I've always heard that robbing banks is a great way to get money. Maybe you should look into that venture. But yeah, I've tried to fill in the map a little bit more just to get some of these areas that weren't visible before, like Laxon Hall, which really wasn't on there. The lovely little area here at Ardrun, which certainly wasn't visible before. Now I actually have a lovely purple brick path that just leads me right there. And all the little bits and bobs, nooks and crannies, things and whatnot. Yeah, I'm a pass on robbing bank. What can I say? It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. Just a suggestion, though. Just a suggestion. Well, let's try and follow the path. Where does the path lead? Sort of comes through this shrouded path here, and then it opens up as it comes next to the wall, and then into another gated area before it reaches Enchley. That's very good. We're quite nearly done on Enchley. There's just well, I say nearly done. I mean, we've got some of the basic stuffs done, like the actual roofs. Like, at least most of the place isn't just hollow yet. Still gotta fix all this rubbish. This is just terrible. Probably be nice to add in some unique buildings. Maybe we already have a sort of inn. I don't think it has an interior, but at least we have an inn. Maybe I should start making more interiors just to make things more cozy. Because, I mean, come on, look at the inside of this. It's awful. People are going to come to Enchley when I open the server, They're going to come in here expecting a nice, lovely little tavern, and this is what they're going to be greeted to. It's terrible. You people deserve better. I have to pass now too after we have discussed it in this chat. Thanks for that. Now I have to make some calls. Oh, sorry for ruining your plans. I mean, if it's any help to you, I highly doubt that any agencies like the FBI or CIA will be watching this this broadcast. If they are, I mean, wow. The stream's really moving up, on and up in the world, isn't it? We've even got government agencies spying on us. It's great. Probably just going to give it a nice and quaint brick floor. I don't even know if quaint is the right word. It just sounded okay at the time. Why not? Go with your heart. Never your head. Because it's always malnourished. And derived of sleep. Mostly derived of sleep in my case. Oh no, Dave the FBI agent watches everything we do. Nah, Dave's a good guy. He's a loyal fan. Oh dear, that still doesn't seem to be working. I am so sorry, Yoitz Yusuf 11, for the 2 bits. Thank you so much. I'm really sorry that my it doesn't seem to actually be working right now. The notification for it. I do apologize. Unless something has come up, but I didn't hear it. I will definitely have to work on that soon. Can't have people putting their bits in there and not getting anything back for it. It's a real shame. Oh, if you're still in chat, if you are watching, perhaps you want to give me a little message again, and I can make it up to you by giving you a special tour of the world. Don't worry, it'll only take a few minutes. I'm lying. It will take a long time. There's a lot to see. Does anyone perhaps know why my bits aren't working to give me a nice notification? I even have it set to be like like the doot noise for all the spooky skeletons. Yeah, like 15-20 minutes. Takes ages to get through a proper tour. Simply because there's so much brilliance to see. I mean, I don't mean to big myself up. I mean, well, I do, but... Right, with any bar we should always have our lovely cabinets. Actually, there's a new... Well, it's not new, but the monster spawner. I've never actually used these simply because... It seems strange using monster spawners in a world that doesn't have any monsters. But at the same time, if I was to plop these down either side, I'm pretty sure I can place on top of them. Which means if I were to place, what is this? A sea pickle. A bloody sea pickle. I will try and play you a sound. Well, have at it. Why not? No, I will definitely... Like, it was working fine when I was testing it, but then it doesn't seem to work in practice. That is a real shame. I've let you all down. I'm actually trying to find the brewing stand, but I can't for the life of me find it. There we go. Yeah. Have it kind of like that, where it's I don't know. I can't remember what you actually call these. The upside down bottles. I can't remember what you call that stuff. I'm terrible. And here I was mere a month ago, gloating about my vocabulary use in my Dark Souls playthrough, and now I can't even think of the words for those. It's much a shame. And I do believe we actually have several different types of yeah, these trap doors. We actually have different types now. I might want to try a few different ones to see if they're any good. Ooh, that is very nice. I need to start using these more often. That looks very good. And then, just as a little table front, should we have just spruce? Nah, not spruce. We'll keep the dark theme going, shall we? And see, this is why I don't do interior design, because I suck at it. My version of interior design is just, it'll do. Ooh, I like the dark oak one. Hey. Oh wait, no, maybe not like that. I'd really prefer it go up, but hey ho, that'll do. Maybe I should add like little mats across it, so you don't spill your drink and stain the table. That'd be terrible. Shame they aren't a little bit smaller. But hey ho, it looks nice. I'll take that. Other color options. Other color options. Please stop trying to make me build colorfully. Okay. It's not gonna work. Thank you so much for the donkey. Command leaderboard. Oh, if only there was a command leaderboard. But what leaderboard? What would it be? You're confusing me there. Confusing me. Have you been visiting other streams using their commands? That is unacceptable. I'm going to have to add in a few tables, obviously. Let's add in some 3x3s. Or 3x2s, actually, rather. Why I can't remember the name of things. Who knows? Who knows? It's the most easygoing pub there ever was. These guys might be a bit close to the entrance for the bartenders like, but at least he's got a close eye on them. And we can start adding in our tables, which I like to do with the piston design. Very nice. Really simple. See? Don't tell me you don't get a variety. A variety of madness. Sometimes we do exteriors, sometimes we do interiors. Or, when I say sometimes, I mean this time. This particular time is interiors. Never again, though. Never again. I can't for the life of me do these. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hire one of you guys. Like a £7 an hour job. You're going to have to come into my Minecraft world and actually fix some of this ridiculous interior design. Just don't be making it too colourful, Agent 17's wife. It at least has to stick to its rustic themes. There we go. That actually looks a little bit nicer. Perhaps we'll even add in some ambient lighting. Despite the fact there's no windows on this side. Just so things aren't completely drab and dry. Is it there? Yes. And then it would have been here. And we can just add some little torches everywhere and anywhere. What do you mean all of the colours? Not every room needs to be like fantastically colourful. You and me are gonna have a fallout over this. I'm telling you. There's a reason I stick to the very rustic aesthetic with very little work to do, because if I did do every single time a big design, it would take me forever. Like, that's literally just a really shoddy done work of one building. Ah, isn't it? Isn't it? Apparently not very good. I don't need your validation. Okie dokie. Where do we go? What do we do? I am lost. Maybe some green somewhere in the pub. I could certainly try and add some green in, but there's not really much option to add anything in. Unfortunately, we're dealing with quite a simplistic design. Certainly, I could try adding some very basic stuff to the walls, like banners. See if you like that sort of design, but other than that, oh, come on. I have to go all the way back down to get more banners. Great stuff. Come on. Need just a tad more there. It's almost as if it was curtains. Almost. Don't ask me. I'm just coming up with random stuff on the spot. Is that even vaguely better? Maybe I can give some more intricate design up here. Just to give things a little bit more interest. If you're so dedicated to this interior design, perhaps I should give a little bit more heed. There we are. And now we've just got a little bit more do a banner between the windows as well. Another green banner. I don't know if we'll get away with green. Maybe I should try a different colour. At least in between. How do we feel about the orange? Come on, I love my orange. It has to go in. Trying to get me to do colour, woman. This is terrible. Can't be doing this. Look, it's so colourful. I do want in between instead of on the outsides. Alright. Keep things a bit more simple. That way we can get rid of this strange orange that I've decided to nabble in. As well as these weird things. Have on. Green you are. More green. What can I say? I am looking at the chat, woman. I can only play and I can only play and look at chat like for so many extended periods. I wish I could do both, but unfortunately I'm looking at this on my phone, so it's the best I can manage. Certainly there could be some more interesting items up here, but oh, we like it. Is it finally done? Just with a few touches and tads. Oh, no interesting carpets then. Could certainly do carpets. Oh dear. Maybe I'll just stick to exterior design. That's definitely more of my forte. And Ah, we still have not done the roofs for these. Perhaps I shall do the roofs. Because, why not? Someone's got to do the roofs. Very true, someone has. Yes, carpets. Please, no. Please don't make me do carpets. No, I can't. I can't take anymore. Not carpets now. We had just gotten past the banner fiasco, and now we're on to carpets. I am testing commands, but I forget whose bot you're using. It's my bot. Pretty much all the commands that you can use are below the below in my info section, aren't they? Oh, come on. What carpets are we doing then? What carpets are we gonna have? I have all the colours of the rainbow at your exposure. Any colour. Anyone. Just for you. I hold no grudges, except for when I do. I'm always wondering if there should be something else up here. At the same time, nah. Seems just fine to me. Dark green, we want dark green carpets. And where should these dark green carpets be going? Just bloody everywhere, apparently. Because certainly I understand. Maybe these guys have a lovely carpet in here. Ah, look at that. Isn't it lovely? But where else? Where else is your lovely green carpets going? Whoop. Thanks, Mr. Limey, for checking out my my bot. I'm pretty sure it's working fine for some reason. Yes, not everywhere, just some places. Some indescribed places. Like in between. I don't know how this is working. Don't know why there would be carpet specifically in between. Perhaps it just gives it a bit more of a cordon off feeling. I mean, just like that. Maybe that's a little bit better for you. Unfortunately, I cannot do it under the table. That is a no-go. There is no chance of doing it under a table. There's not really a way to do that, unfortunately, in Minecraft. I was wondering if this was to your liking at all. Yes, it is better. Better, huh? Huh? But still not good enough. Not good enough for you. Oh dear. I'm gonna go back to sulking and doing my roofs of my hovels. Oh dear. Oh dear. There is so much to be doing, and yet so little of it. I am ready to begin. I certainly feel like there's certain infrastructure that kind of needs to be fitted out, and then certain little bits and bobs here and there that are quite difficult to manage. For instance, there's always the paths, the level of heights. We got to do absolute ton of grass work, essentially just building hills. So if I showed that all on stream, that is going to be pretty horrific. Perhaps we need to figure out something nice and fun and interactive to do while we if we are going to stream that sort of rubbish. That could certainly be an option. Is that about right? Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll just add in smaller details as we go. Maybe not. Maybe not the stairs there. Not this time. Go watch Grian on YouTube. He builds everything. I think I have watched him before. Yeah, he doesn't really tend to build in the style that I build in, though. And certainly, I don't know what I'd really be getting from it. It's less of I don't know what to do. It's more of Christ, there's so much to do. What do I do now? Do I go and do that thing? Do I go and do this thing? There's too much. Oh, wait, you weren't even talking to me. I need to learn how to do Minecraft stuff so I can be more helpful with your interiors. Oh, right, I thought you were talking to me, Mr. Limey. Fair enough. My bad. My bad. Oh dear. We're kind of just hovering in the middle of nowhere. Perhaps what I'll do is I'll do a little vote with chat. You guys can tell me where I should go and build, because I think we should probably do some building infrastructure, but I'll probably give you guys a few choices, a few interesting ones hopefully, and we'll take it from there. Agent 17 still trying to spam the commands. See what you can do. No problem there. Righto, so there's obviously loads of places we can build. Brontolm, we could build in Brontolm. Maybe in Harley. Harley is the basically the little town on the outside of the main wall, but still on this island here. We could build there. The other options are, I'd be quite liking to build Eastfernord up the top, if you remember Eastfernord. That'd be a good place to build. Perhaps in Tolmer. Tolmer could be fun. And obviously Hjalets. There's just an absolute hell ton of stuff to get done in Hjalets. Well, where are we thinking? Does anyone have any suggestions? There's absolutely loads of places we could be going. Unfortunately, quite a lot of places involve having to do loads and loads of placing of grass blocks. Absolutely loads. Unfortunately, if I was to do everything behind the scenes, it would be, whew. Build signs for the cities. I certainly could build signs for the cities. When you say build signs for the cities, do you mean the signs that go in between them? I certainly have a few signs that I could show you as examples. Or do you mean signs within the cities? In which case I have very few of those. If you want to get back to me on that, Mr. Limey. Ooh, but certainly if I was going to build any, it'd probably be at Camille. Now, Camille could certainly do with a few more bits and bobs added in. That could be very interesting. So all these little areas that need loads and 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 loads. Oh, build signs on the map so you can actually see them here. Well, geez, that's a bit more difficult. That I suppose. I suppose it would be far more easy to actually just upload a separate thing, say on Discord. Of course, not everyone could actually see it when they come to the actual world itself. However, that's what the signposts are for. I do have signposts that sort of kick about. So when people come, they can just look at the map and then go there. Yeah, certainly. Could certainly have a try it. The problem is the map's not always going to be there, because eventually that hill's going to be closed. Eventually. But you can see I have these markers kicking about that sort of... they can be a bit funny, because obviously you come here and then left and right, despite that one being more ahead and that one being... well, left as it should be near enough. There's plenty of these, at least in this little area here. It turns text into pixels. That's very interesting. Unfortunately, none of this is modded. It's very, it's pretty much plain Minecraft with a few add-ons. So it's like, there certainly won't be anything fancy going on. Especially not at the moment. Gotta take things a few bits at a time, I'd reckon. Just a few bits at a time. Oh, but if we were going to go anywhere. Let's see what we can do then. Well, if you're saying it's not a mod, and it turns text into pixels, how would it be used? Like, oh, what was the purpose of it? Turns text into pixels, what do you do with the pixels? Is it a download? Like, what do you do from there? I'm not sure I'm following. Oh, it's too hot. It's too hot tonight. Too flustered, can't think. Oh, it helps you build it. Oh, right. So what you're talking about is you would like me to build large letters in the sky, essentially, over top of the cities, and that way it'd help people figure it out. Certainly could do that. It wouldn't be too much a hassle. But at the same time, I think it's far easier just doing little signposts, maybe with coordinates on it. Because either way, people are going to have to find their way around this place, either by walking, flying, or using their maps. So, one way or another, they're going to have to get used to actually learning how to navigate in Minecraft. It's just the unfortunate way of how it is. The only other thing I could do is, like I said, upload an external map to help people who do go on, considering that the people who will be going on with express permission. I do like the fun of that. It grows on you, it does. It grows on you. It certainly does. Oh, I can't for the life of me actually get going. Perhaps there's nowhere to go. What we were going to do is we were going to head to Camille, and at Camille we were going to try and do a little bit more infrastructure, especially with the pathways, because the pathways are mostly just empty areas where grass lies. So we'll do a quick pass over of Haydenborough to get our way there. It's a long, long, long walk. But what can you do? Sometimes you need this empty space. Well, obviously there'll be hills and stuff like that. Rolling hills. Just to make the gap between towns and cities a bit more realistic. And obviously at this one, what I'm planning to do is just make the paths a bit more textured, because at current they're literally just empty grass blocks. Perhaps I'll also do a little bit of work on the edge around here. Make things not so I don't know, too waterfront. Perhaps I'll fix that. Perhaps here. I'll just do in some old mossy and that. Nice and simple. Probably the simplest form of design there possibly is. Keep things as simple as we can. And then we can add in the mossy for a little bit of texture. That's pretty much it. Just to give this outside bit a little bit more structure. Make sure that everything's not just sitting directly on the water. I am now crushing through the world for no reason at all. Good stuff. And just like that. I think one of your absolute monarchies needs a queen. I'll volunteer. You're more than welcome to be one of the queens of my provinces, the many kingdoms that are here. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean there is like backstory and lore to quite a lot of this. It's not fully fleshed out in many ways though, so it's kind of it's difficult to realize properly. A lot of it just comes from my buildings. I mean, honestly, if I just get a random feeling one day and build a building, all of a sudden that's in the lore. That's pretty much how it works. It's not particularly well planned, is what I'm trying to say. Certainly could be, though. Put more effort into the storytelling aspect. See if that helps us get along. There we are. It's literally what I'm doing, just adding a little bit of structure to these little bit areas here. Not overdoing it. It doesn't have to be all the way around, just enough so that it doesn't look like it just fronts right onto this little pond here by the river. Otherwise, that's a bit of a strange look for a town. There we are. All too easy. Probably just leaving these little gaps so they can get onto boats, fish, all this sort of bits and bobs really. Although that will probably continue around this sort of edge here. You can tell. I'll try to make sure that all the slopes aren't completely off whack, but sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you just can't help it. If I ever build a guard, make him lime green. Oh, I will try and remember that. Gonna have to build you an avatar in game or something. Custom avatar just for Limey. There we are. Not gonna lie, guys, this is probably about as boring as it gets when it comes to my world. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done, and unfortunately not all of it can be gripping and as fun as doing the cathedral. It's just kinda how it works out, unfortunately. Certainly if you'd prefer, I'll try and do some of this stuff off stream instead, just so we're not having to constantly do it on stream. If that'd make things a little bit easier for your viewing. I mean, however, maybe I should come up with some fun things we can do in the meantime. And damn, I need to get these bits sorted out. I can't have people donating bits and then nothing happens. It's awful. It's a travesty. It's a national scandal. There we go. Right, that follows pretty well. And now I can sort of add the tips and tops to it. I think on the other one I was actually up by an entire one, wasn't it? Yeah, they didn't skimp. It's a proper wall. Kind of goes up already, but I suppose we'll have to level some of these bits out as we go. Really nice and easy. tell you, what time are we coming up to? We're coming up to nearly 12. So I've got maybe 15 more minutes. We could always have a right run around today. We could even switch back over to a different game. Maybe have a 3-hour stream with a different game every hour. If that would be to your fancy. I am completely open to that idea, not gonna lie. It'd be fine by me. But you can kind of see where I'm going with that. Just a nice little pathway there with a somewhat of a little fence. Just keeps everything fine. Fine and dandy. Okay, we're probably actually gonna bring this out a little bit. It's actually looking a little bit tight at the beginning. That is not good. It's probably starting there. Bring this bit out. And this bit as well. Just like that. Couldn't be more simpler. Yeah, just so there's a little bit extra room in that starting path, we'll probably bring this one a little bit forward as well. Just so it doesn't look a tad strange. We'll also try and fill in some of these strange gaps. So I was saying there, if you want to play another game, you can. I'm actually enjoying the wall building. Well, thank you. I mean, Christ, if you enjoy this, there's probably nothing I can do that will bore you. Certainly. You can kind of tell like what I'm saying. I'm trying to build sort of like a containing wall, just so that when we're going along this river, the path feels a bit more kept. I probably will want to have areas though where it's not quite as kept as others, so might need to add them afterwards, just so things feel a bit more natural, etc. Not everything can feel 100% neat and tidy. Sometimes I have to be a little bit of decay, that sort of thing. It's just trying to figure out where you're going to add them. That's the difficult part. And also, actually, if we come to this one, we're actually coming into what would technically be a little bit of a crossroads. So, in my opinion, we should have another signpost here. Now, eventually, you guys are gonna have to learn these, learn all the cities off by name. We're gonna start doing quizzes, and if you fail, you'll be stripped of all your juice. I don't play around, and you'll have to tell me the names of every city when I point to them. And if you don't get it right, juice is gone. It's gone forever. Oh dear. Right. So we are coming from... this will be sort of the main town of Camille. These are just like, sort of like farmhouses, really. I mean, they're not particularly downscale, but it's quite small land. It's just sort of it spreads out into more of the countryside. Over here will be a bit more built up with some larger townhouses. So as we come out the main town of Camille, and we come to more of these farmlands, this would technically count as the one we're coming from. So to our right would be Tolmer. Tolmer is definitely the closest one. I'm trying to actually like type around my microphone here, and then further past that would be Varamar. Oh, check that. And then to our left. Right, so closely, we'd have two towns. There'd be Roneil a bit further down, and there would also be Hallets at the end of the road as we come to the coast. There we go. So that'd be coming from this direction, what you would see. Coming from this direction, you'd have two options. I suppose we'd put to the right would be obviously Camille. We're literally right next to the bloody town. It's almost not worth putting on there. A bit further on we'd get to Brondholm. I would put Edinburgh since it's closer, but in this case bigger cities are probably worth noting more, especially since there's probably more signposts as we get closer. And then to the left, once again we have Tolmer, and probably still Varamar, a bit further up. I would put a particular place called Father's Crest, which is kind of on the top of a large mountain, but frankly people will not be going there, so there's no point of putting that on a sign. And when I say people, I mean within the world, not necessarily people who join the server. Once again, all the easy stuff. Camille is the closest, with Brondholm way off in the distance. Getting all your important ones, and then off to the left we have Roneil, which is fairly close, and Hallets, which is by the coast. There we go. Play something else if you enjoy that more, or think it will improve your viewership. Well, that's kind of the dull aspect to this. Obviously, this is well, this isn't particularly exciting. I don't think many people, unless they're well versed with me, are gonna want to watch this. Mainly because it's me pottering about and doing all the small bits and activities. So yeah, it might be for the best interests of the stream to move over to a different game, certainly. But what that game would be, I could get some randoms for a 10-minute tour. How would you get randoms? Oh, I'm not gonna be doing that electrical longboard thing again. Honestly, that was a every time they show up, it's the exact same stuff. So most of them are probably more interested in promoting their own streams than actually watching mine. That's the funny thing about it. Oh dear. Oh, it's just so sweltering hot. It's hard to actually do anything at this point. What can I say? It's just too warm. Far, far, far too warm. If you want to go get randoms, feel free. I might change over game. If you do choose to, I'll probably just head over to Brondholm. It's the most exciting area. Why not? Oh dear. I'm thinking now, even if we did change games, what the hell would we even change to? Oh, sweating buckets. It might just need to be a short stream tonight, guys. I mean, I've had a long day, and it's it's like mid to high 20s, and that is like blistering for Scotland. That is like, well, actually it's a bit later at night. It'll probably be low 20s, but like still, that is far too warm for us. Far too warm. Especially considering we're not used to the heat. We ain't got air conditioning for this sort of situation. It's like, whew. Even if all the windows are open, it's doesn't do much. Still pretty to look at though. Yeah, that's pretty much the goal of it. You know, just get a few people interested that might follow. Hit the affiliate so we can do some more fun things, and then when it comes down to faithful viewers, you kind of just have to wait around and hope that someone pops in that'll be interested. As far as I'm aware, there's not a better way of doing it unless you're actively networking. I try to actively network, go around to other people's streams and stuff, but it's not always successful. Actually, I was over a guy's stream today who's really good, actually. I'm afraid to tell you guys about him in case you think he's better than me and then go watch his streams. It's like, oh no. But he's also Scottish. Popped into his stream, he's really good. Yeah, I'm sitting here next to my home heater here. If only. If only. Jesus, 32 degrees. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Cannot be doing with that. Yeah, you can keep that temperature. That's not for me. I'm just having a wee wonder to myself if I was to switch games onto something a bit more interesting. Something even a bit more random. Oof, just anything. I'm just dying. Absolutely dying. Oof. So we had a wee play at Hollow Knight before I got absolutely wrecked and forgot where I was going. Then we hopped over into Minecraft. Jesus. Tonight is not a good night for streaming. I don't know, guys. I'm just feeling a bit disillusioned tonight. No, not great on with the streaming. Aye, we're probably gonna end it there. Try and get a fresh start for tomorrow. Feeling a little bit better. Hopefully it's not blistering, sweating heat tomorrow as well. Darkest dungeon. Well, what we'll do. Oh, Sushi, you only just showed up, my friend. How are you? Oh, such a shame. Aye. Whew. I was thinking about continuing for another hour, Sushi. I did have plans to do 10 till 1 my time, but like it is blistering heat. We've got our lovely regulars here, but I'm finding it hard to continue with the stream. Get really excited about much, so I might have to just call it a night. Come back fresh tomorrow with some new energy, you know. Because the heat takes it out, yeah, it really does. But despite that unfortunate low note at the and random stoner guy pops on in just to give Sushi some of that glorious juice. Yeah, sometimes you need a little bit of break, but unfortunately on a tiny bit of a low note, we are going to call that a night, and I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully for something new and exciting. We'll see. New and exciting, such as Darkest Dungeon. It was actually really good, the first little bit of Darkest Dungeon. It'll be good to continue on with that. You have a great night too, Sushi. And if you're streaming later, I'll maybe pop in. But for now, I might need to just get some good old shut-eye. Right, good night, Agent 17 Swith. Good night, Agent 17. I've not seen your comment. Oh, yeah. Yes, but now you have more fans. Wave at me, people. Wave at me. Blow air. I will see you. A random stoner guy, even though you're basically here to serve your juice points to Sushi. Nice to see you. And Limey up there. Limey, I shall see you tomorrow. It was great meeting you. And the 2 bits to say goodbye. Oh, still a bit to catch up to Agent 17's wife, though. Random stoner guy. I listen. Right, night, guys. I'm not going to blather on much more. Only for one more sentence. This one. Bye!